All right, what's going on, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. A link will be in the description box below, as usual. This video is entitled Another School Shooting. There's a lot of things that I'm going to try to address in this video. When the last school shooting, the last one that they put up nationally happened, where I'm at in Texas, Houston area, some of the schools I've had to go to work at, I don't work at a school, but I had to do certain things at certain schools. They changed their protocol by getting into the office and stuff. You had to buzz, you get buzzed in. You're not, they've already, a lot of schools, they wall off so people can't walk in. You gotta, there's a door, you walk into the front desk, and then you can go to the school after that, you know what I'm saying? But they even buzz that off, like they got to see you before you come in. So where I'm at, the schools have done that. They made a protocol, so they want to see you before you walk in. This school, I'm not sure if they did that or they couldn't do that, but that takes resources. And the one thing I will say, even though people feel like this shouldn't happen, every school can't afford to implement their security plan just like that. That's unfortunate, but that's the truth. Even a school in that area, which you would think they have a better budget than a lot of the schools in the city or in the urban part of the city. But that's that case. The other thing is this. There's gotta, like, people, and I get so upset about this when people don't ask the questions about parents not know. Like, if your kid goes to school with a sawed-off shotgun or a rifle or a bunch of handguns and you don't know, that's gonna, because they had to get the guns from you. And not so much I wouldn't say you're not patting your kids down and walking out, no. But what I mean by no is, if you're a gun owner, before you leave the house, you should make sure all your guns are where they were. And I think that's something that is often overlooked in these cases, where how did these parents not know these guns were missing? Like, you didn't check. And these shootings are planned out, so it's not like a spur of the moment thing. So something had to, you had to see something, some kind of action, but it's like you're not paying attention to your guns. And I believe in this, I'm a gun owner, so, but when there's children involved, and teenagers are still children, I make sure that I know exactly where everything is at all times, because I don't want any kind of accidents to happen, just with children in general. And I also, it'll to send a red flag if something comes up missing, because sometimes kids are isolated and quiet and they're in their own space. They don't want to be bothered. They go through their little spats of being kids or teenagers where, they're trying to figure it out and they might go too far. But I ain't sugarcoating that part, because picking up a gun and going shooting up a school, no, it's unacceptable. The other thing is, a lot of these school shooters have a profile, and nobody wants to address with that profile. So it's okay for everybody else to have a profile in America, but it's time to start profiling young white males or white men in general, because part of the reason why these things keep happening is because there's no negative stereotype. There isn't a there's always this thing where everybody is so calm, cool, and collected because you know it's a lone wolf. It's a lot of lone wolves. It's like a lone wolf every week. It's not a lone wolf, you know. Now the other thing about this is the adult hypocrisy. Like after the shooting, I think it's on Business Insider is the site. There was a guy who drove up to the area with an American flag, I think a Trump hat. He's talking to the interview about Make America Great Again with a gun on his hip. And I'm like, and one of the guys that was there was like, this dude's an idiot. And this is part of the issue too, because there is no reason for you to put your politics into these type of situations. But I hate to admit it, I say it, but it's these ultra conservatives who always throw politics into these shootings. So I would think that, okay, this is how these households are ran. And I consider myself a conservative, but I'm not finna, if there's a shooting at a school, I'm not about to get in my car with an American flag and a gun on my hip talking about I'm sending you prayers. That ideology is completely ridiculous. Furthermore, there's gonna have to come a point where, because I think I saw one of the young kids say, you know, the guy hit the alarm, and he saw the guy coming in, and he calmly walked off, and then he hit the fire alarm, so everybody ran out. And I know he meant well, but I think whoever sets the protocol for these school shootings needs to be a bit smarter, because in an age where you're trying to cut out the security so these kids can't get into the school, if you're telling them to hit the fire alarm, they don't have to go into the school. They're literally, all you got to do is make somebody hit a fire alarm and they're going to run out of the school and get shot at. So, you know, it's a serious security problem, because and the thing about it is these are like soft targets, so it's a surprise to everybody. So it's not like this can happen and police and security gonna get to drop just like that, because everybody's prepared for this to go down at any high school anywhere in America. I get that's not feasible. The other thing, these school shooters aren't getting shot. Now, they're going to bring this racial component into it off top, because unless these school shooters shoot themselves, they're not getting shot or shot at by the police. I think the one in Florida, the police ran off. You know, and the kid was found with a gun on him, and I get it. So the problem is the ideology of who's threatening. Part of what I mean by there's no profile. Because there's no profile, these kids are non-threatening. And they can kill people and still be considered non-threatening. And if you keep allowing this, if there's nobody there's nowhere to redeem this situation and get quote-unquote justice, because just from my point of view, when this keeps happening, when you see it on the TV, they always sugarcoat it and do it in a soft kind of way, where there's no harsh punishment or harsh reaction to these people. And I'm sure the families of the victims in all these cases are like, really? Oh, he has mental issues? Really? Oh, his puppy got hit by a Tonka truck when he was 7, and that's the reason why he came up and shot my child? This is what we doing? And this, part of staying on code is sometimes you stand. So you see, when you stay on code with the things that benefit you, you have to stay on code with the things that are detrimental to you. And I think this is one of the things that are detrimental to them that you start to lose people with. And it is what it is. Another thing about this that I just must say is it's not surprising. Like, this is expected behavior. Like, I expect there'll be another one in a week, 2 weeks. And I will say this. The other thing before I stop this video. What was troubling about that, this shooting this morning, for some of y'all who don't know, it's prom week. Prom and graduation. Here. I think prom more so, but this is prom week. So this kid deliberately did this to ruin people's prom. Like, literally, people are getting dressed for prom as we speak. They went to school today and they getting dressed for prom tonight. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was prom at that school either tonight or tomorrow. So he knew exactly what he was doing. And he knew why he was doing it. Because you're talking about prom, graduation, and the end of the year if you're not doing those two things. So whatever was bothering him, he wasn't going to be in school that long. He had the whole summer. So he did this to be a copycat, attention-seeking chump. And you can't say the kid's stupid because he knew it was the end of the year. He knew it was prom week. He knew graduation was coming. So, and unfortunately, the media is going to act like this is not a big deal. Or they're going to treat it with kid gloves. And somebody feel like they're going to be famous if they do it too. I don't want to predict this, but if y'all keep doing this, this is going to start happening in summer school too. So, I'm out, yo. Peace.